Hey teachers, welcome to my Google Classroom crash course. I'm Brittany with TeachBlog Travel, and my website is teachblogtravel.com, where I focus on helping teachers to be able to travel in comfort on a budget. But going with that, I teach them how to make money online, how to create resources online, and how to use education technology to make their life in the classroom easier. Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, let me just give a couple of disclaimers to say what I am not. Okay, I want to say I am not an expert. I'm just happen to be pretty good at it, at ed technology in Google Classroom. And so I just wanted to take this time to create something that'll help other teachers, especially because I know that when you're learning something new, it can be really stressful. And so I just wanted to make this class to help others. I've made the content as easy and as streamlined as possible, so I hope that you find it to be that way. And you will have lifetime access to all of the things in the course. So all of the written and digital materials, all of the videos. If there's something that you ever need to go back and watch or do again, you're welcome to do that. And of course, you're welcome to reach out to me, and I'll make sure that you have access to my contact information in the course. Okay, so let's get started. For your very first lesson and activity, after you've already introduced yourself, hopefully you've already done that. If you haven't, click pause here, go back to the classroom and introduce yourself. But assuming you've already done that, you're going to learn how to set up your Google Classroom, okay? So we're going to get going on that. I'm going to ask that as you watch this video, that you open up another tab and that you do everything along with me. That way you can practice with me, okay? If you have to, like I said, you can pause or go back again. Okay, so let's get going to be taking time to share my screen with you. Hopefully it shows both my face on the side and the screen. But the thing is, with technology, even if you're well prepared, things can still happen. So hopefully we'll just be flexible with it. Okay, so I'm going to click share screen. And by the way, I'm using StreamYard. That's the app I use to share my screen. And I just really like it. I just find it super helpful. I use it for live streaming to Facebook groups. I use it for recording videos, like pre-recording them and then uploading them to YouTube later, and for just live interviews and conferences. So I know a lot of other people use Zoom. That's another great resource. But StreamYard is just one I happen to prefer because I really like the options for customization. So I'll definitely be including that as a topic in this Google Classroom crash course so you can see other ways that you can record and do some collaborative learning and activities with your students. All right, so we're in a new tab in Google Chrome, and I'm just going to show you a couple of different ways to first get to Google Classroom. The first way, that's probably the easiest, is you'll want to go up here and first make sure that you're logged into the right Google account. I have several, as you can see. So I'm going to click on TeachBlog Travel, and that makes sure I'm on the right one. Okay, so I'm going to click on my boxes here, and that has all of my Google apps. So it has access to my Gmail, my Drive, all of the things in the G Suite, Docs and Sheets and all of that. And just in case you aren't familiar with the G Suite, Docs is like an online version of Microsoft Word. Sheets is like an online version of Excel. Slides is like an online version of PowerPoint, and Drive is where you can keep all of your materials. Hangouts is where you can do like either chatting or meetings, like video chat and text chat. You can also even get voice phone calls from Google. It's pretty amazing. And of course, Classroom's down at the bottom. And I'm just going to see if I can make it actually share my whole screen. So that way it's just a little easier for you to see. Okay, so you can click on these little buttons here, and that's one way to get to Google Classroom. I'm actually going to go in a different way because I don't want it to open another tab and then make it so that you don't hear or see me. So I'm going to type in Google Classroom here up at the top, just into the address bar, which I know you can't see that part. But when you do that and click enter, you're going to see it usually comes up as the second option. So I'm going to click on Google Classroom Sign In. And always defaults back to this email. So I'm going to go back to my other one. Okay. And I'm going to have to switch tabs. So I'm going to stop sharing that tab. And I'm going to share the one that I have actually logged in TeachBlog Travel. So let me go ahead and share that screen again. Classes, share audio. Okay. So now, as you can see, I already have my Google Classroom that you are all in, and that's right here, right? That's the crash course link. I'm going to show you how to actually make one. So I hope that you have your tab already open so that you can make it along as we go. If you don't already, go ahead and do that now. Okay, so in here, you're going to go to the upper right-hand side. You're going to click this little cross. And as you can see, two options pop up, either join class or create class. So when you were joining my class, you might have clicked this option. But today we're going to click create class. So go ahead and do that. And then the basic information pops up for the class. I'm going to type in what I would normally do for my class. So Miss Roberts, 2019 to 2020. And I'm actually going to make sure it says ELA, so that way the students can differentiate between their classes. For section, if you're a high school teacher or a middle school teacher, this might be the specific section of that subject that you teach. I'm going to say the last name of their students because we actually are departmentalized at our elementary school, and so I separate them by the class, and that's how I do it for sections. For my subject, I'm going to put ELA. Oops, that did not work. I closed out on accident, so let me try that again. Okay, and then for the room number, now I know that a lot of you will be teaching digitally or completely online. Some of you might be doing blended or synchronous learning. I go ahead and put my room number just because students know that's already where their home base is. And then I'm just going to click create. It'll take a second or two to populate all of that into your new Google Classroom. That's being a little slower than usual. There we go. Okay, so it picks an automatic theme as it pops up. Like, I'm not sure why it looks like it's either cricket or Hurley or it looks kind of like a kayak paddle. I'm not sure what's going on there, but it'll come up with an automatic theme for you, and you don't have to stick with that theme. In fact, you have lots of options for customization. So Google does have a whole bunch of themes in-house that you can choose from. To do that, you can just go to select theme. And it gives you a whole bunch of options depending on the subject you teach. So these are the ones for general. Here are the options for English and history. Here are the options for math and science. These are the options for arts. Now it includes arts as pretty general, so you'll see options for music, dance too, basically just fine arts. Some options for sports or physical education. And then ones that are just kind of in another category. Now, the cool thing is that Google Classroom has so many applications. It's not just for teachers, although it was originally designed for teachers. I mean, many people use it for all kinds of reasons. Okay, so you're going to select a theme, and let's just go ahead and select a theme so you can see what happens when I do that. I'll go ahead and click this little peachy grapefruit thing going on here. I'll click Select Class Theme. And you're going to see that not only does the header image change, but the color of all of the links and headings changes. So and that's not your only option. You can also, if you have your own themes, maybe you have a photo of the class you want to upload, excuse me, or your own customized header, you can definitely do that. And you can do that by clicking Upload Photo. Select select a photo from your computer. Now I have a few different options because I make a lot of this stuff. So we'll go ahead and just click this art header here. It'll take a minute to upload. And I just want to say, if you're the kind of person who wants to make your own, there are so many options. And I actually included information about Canva, having a Canva membership. If you don't already have Canva, oh my gosh, you'll love it. Even if you have a free account, you have access to so many design elements, themes, fonts, colors, stock photos. It's really awesome. And that's a free version. There's also the paid version, but not everybody wants to do that, and that's fine. The free version includes a lot of great stuff. And I just want to say that if you are interested in making your own items like you have up here, you can actually go to where it says Canva membership and course materials, and you can learn more about that. Now, this one is one that I've made. So if you don't want to make your own and you just want to get one that's already made, you can go into my TPT store and you can either get one of the free ones. I have several available for free, or you can download the other ones I have for sale. Those are only $1. So as you can see, I uploaded my custom header for Google Classroom, and it already automatically changed the colors. Now I've played around with this a little bit, and I have not been able to see how to change the colors and the header image, only the header image, and then that kind of decides what the colors will be. So if you happen to know how to do that, please feel free to share it with me in the class because I'm sure they'd love to learn that. Okay, so we have our custom header available, and yeah, and that's basically all of the creation part. As you can see, very simple. You might find that you want to go back as you get throughout the course. You might want to change it. If you ever want to change something after you've already set it, you're just going to click this little gear up in the upper right hand corner, and it'll pop up right to your course description and all of that. So for class description, I'm going to say where White River students learn English and language arts. Okay, and then I'm going to go through here. Now for your class code, you cannot do a custom class code. It automatically populates just a random one every time. So see, even if I go to reset, it's just going to give me a different random one. So just that's one thing you can't customize, unfortunately. The stream is like the news feed of Google Classroom. So you can set your settings as far as if you want students only being able to post and comment, like they can actually create posts in there, which is really fun for them. If you don't want them to post, that's okay. You can just have them comment, or you can make it so that only you can post or comment. That's completely up to you. How you want your classwork to show up on the stream is up to you as well. You can do condensed notifications, so it doesn't show everything. You could hide notifications completely, or you can show attachment and details, which will show the whole photo or video or any other files attached. For grading, we'll get into that a little bit later because that's a little more involved, but you can also set up different ways for grading in the class. So you can do a weighted kind of grading, you can do it by a point system, and there are ways that you can upload rubrics and all of that as well, and I'll show you how to do that later in the course. So once you have it where you want it, you'll just click save in that upper right hand corner. It takes a second, probably be a lot faster for you because my internet is way slower. But yeah, so that's the basic of how to set it up and have your Google Classroom. Once you're ready to add people, you have a couple of ways you can do that. You can either add students. I don't know if you saw where I went in. I went up to people here and then to students. I clicked on this little icon, and you can invite them individually by email, or if you go back to your class, you have that class code there. You can project it up on the screen, maybe if you're live streaming through Zoom or StreamYard, something like that, and you can actually show that and then have the kids copy it down or enter it. You can make this actually really big, which is awesome. And if you don't have the option, or if you just don't want to live stream, you could just highlight it, copy it, and then paste it into an email to have them join you. There's just literally so many options, endless options. So that's pretty much it as far as how to create the class, have some basic customization, and get the students uploaded or added to the class so you can get started. In upcoming classes, you'll see, or excuse me, upcoming lessons, because we're all in the same class, you'll see other things you can do with it as far as how you can integrate other apps and all of the Google Suite options. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time.